Yes guys, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video. Hope you guys are all having a great week. I am still out in sunny Spain, although I have heard it's been quite sunny in Newcastle as well, and my pink face is just about starting to turn a little bit brown. And if you are interested in seeing a little bit more of what I get up to on my holiday, be sure to go and check out my Instagram. I have seen loads of you guys jump over there, which is much appreciated. But we are here to talk about Newcastle United and the fantastic news coming out that the linked transfer of Nick Pope appears to be progressing quite quickly. Sky Sports are reporting that he will be having his medical either, I think it's tomorrow or the day after, and the signing could be done before the end of the week, which is fantastic. And I am going to start this video off with a question. I will let you know my answer by the end of the video. And it is, who do you think will be Newcastle's number one after we bring Nick Pope in? Will it be him? Will Dubravka keep his spot? Is Nick Pope coming in to bolster the ranks, or is he coming in straight at number one? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I will do my best to try and answer that question in this video. And I will also add a little bit of information regarding season tickets at the end of this video as well. Newcastle have announced that they will be releasing some additional tickets to those that were renewed. Now I say some tickets, that there is very few, to be honest, but we will get onto that later in the video. Let's talk about Nick Pope. Let's talk about Freddie Woodman. I mentioned this in a previous video, heavily linked with the move to Preston. He has officially left Newcastle United now. Again, best of luck to Freddie Woodman. And as one goalkeeper leaves, it looks like another one is coming in. Nick Pope, 30 years old, England international, and obviously Burnley player. Burnley obviously went down, and we are linked with a fee of around 10 million. Now, I know we have rich owners now, and we could probably go out and spend some of that money, but you cannot argue with a £10 million deal for Nick Pope. I spoke about the Target deal, when we got Target in for 12-15 million for a Premier League proven player who's just had a fantastic second half of a season. You know, you talk about some of the crazy fees in football now. There is deals to be done. There is good deals to be done. I think Target was a good one, and if we get Nick Pope in for 10 million, I think is cracking. I'm partly thinking, does he maybe have something in his contract that says if Burnley are to get relegated, he then is allowed to leave on a lesser fee? I'm really surprised that Burnley didn't ask for more. Again, I heard 10-12 million a couple of weeks ago, and a friend of mine had a conversation, and we honestly thought that was a rumour. It was more likely going to be 20-25 million, which then gets into the conversation, do we need to spend that money on a goalie? But for 10 million, I think's brilliant. And we know that Eddie Howe has been looking for a goalkeeper for a while, hasn't he? Back in the January window, whether he is a fan of Dubravka or not, we don't really know, which again is kind of asking that question of you guys, is what do you think, and will he be the new number one? We've been linked with the goalkeeper since January. We were heavily linked with Dean Henderson. We were linked with Leno. We've been linked with Sommer, the Switzerland goalkeeper. We've been linked with a whole host of goalkeepers. And despite, for me, it not being a priority position, these rumours just didn't stop, did they? The numbers of rumours for goalkeepers. So we know Eddie Howe wanted a goalkeeper. Is that because he doesn't like Dubravka? Maybe he's just not keen on Dubravka, or is he looking at Darlow and Gillespie and going, you know what it is? They are streets behind what Dubravka is doing right now, and we need to just strengthen that squad position. We don't know the answer to that, and I think we will really get a tell of what's going to happen next season when the friendlies start up. Obviously 2 at St James's Park, the one over in Portugal, and I'm hoping that we might have another away game in the UK somewhere. I say UK because possibly Scotland. But let's talk about Nick Pope. What does he bring that maybe Dubravka doesn't? Well, in terms of shot stopping, I would say that Dubravka has possibly been one of the best shot-stopping goalkeepers we've had at Newcastle, you know, and in the Premier League. He's good at keeping the ball out the back of that net. The one thing that he's possibly not been the greatest at is possession football, on the ball, distribution. Now, I don't want to get on him for that, because at the end of the day, for a long time, Newcastle also played kick the ball as far as we can up to Rondon, or most recently, can we just play the long ball to St. Max? You know, it's really just this season when we've kind of started to ask him, can he do a bit of this? Can he do a bit of that? You look at, again, Shaw was, I think, the ready-made centre-back that Eddie Howe wanted, someone who can play on the ball. We brought Dan Burn in to play alongside him, 2 ball-playing centre-backs, and now I think he's going out there to try and look for a ball-playing goalkeeper, or at least that's what I thought. And Nick Pope, again, distribution-wise, is that an upgrade on Dubravka? I would say so. It's funny because, again, when you talk about goalkeeping centre-backs, Nick Pope is not necessarily at the top of my list. But, again, he played in a Burnley side who generally try to lump the ball as far as they can. So, and if you look at the stats, and I have done, I know that over on the Toon Review, the stat man over there, he was talking about Nick Pope in quite a lot more detail in terms of long passes completed, accuracy. And the numbers are good. The numbers are good. So I can see that side of things as well. But in terms of shot stopping, I would say it's 50-50. And in terms of would he come in and take number 1, I think there's definitely a question there. Again, is Nick Pope better than Darlow and Gillespie? Yes, no questions asked. He will definitely strengthen that spot. The question for me next is, would Nick Pope leave Championship Burnley to sit on the bench at Newcastle? Would Eddie Howe have been able to get this through without saying to him, you will be on your new number 1? That's the next thing, because that, I think, for me, is a big hint to where he will play next season in terms of being a number 1. However, Dubravka's 33, and I know Nick Pope's 30, so again, I think that possibly helped with the transfer fee being 10 million. I think if he was the player he is, but 25, I think that would have come with a much higher cost. England international as well. But again, because he's 30 now, maybe that's kind of helped keep the price down a little bit. But Dubravka's 33. I think it's likely that Dubravka could be here for this season. And then if Nick Pope hasn't already established himself as the number 1, he will most likely take on that role for the season after or the season after that. I think it's most likely... All right, well, again, who knows? Dan Ashworth might have walked in and gone, you know what, Nick, you are the new number 1. No questions asked. I don't think so. I think he would have said, come in, fight for your place. But also remember that Dubravka's 33, and the chances are he will not be here all that much longer. And at that time, you can take your spot. And by then... hopefully Newcastle may have finished up that table, and who knows, maybe even in a tops. Well, again, I'm not going to get into that in this video, but who knows? Top 7, Europa League Conference, Nick Pope for the season after. So he's joining a project. He knows, and if he's got the faith in his ability, that he can be the number 1. I think it's a great move for him. Again, to answer my question at the start, who do I think will be the new number 1 at Newcastle? I think it'll be Nick Pope. I do. I just think that, for me, goalkeeper wasn't a priority position for me. I think if we'd gone in with Dubravka number 1, prayed that he didn't get injured, and that Darlow and Gillespie never saw the pitch, I think we go in with a decent goalkeeper there. So I think the fact that Eddie Howe has clearly made it such a priority shows to me that he just doesn't fancy Dubravka. And that could be wrong. You know, I'm not going to read into Eddie Howe and what he wants to do. But at the end of the day, I think Nick Pope is definitely a great asset to the squad. And we will have to see what happens in the friendlies. But I think he will be number 1. So let me know who you think will be number 1 going into next season. Again, just to finish the video off with a little bit of information on season tickets. So Newcastle have released an additional 1,000 season tickets. 1,000. After an unprecedented level of renewal. To be honest, did anyone not renew their season ticket? I certainly did. They've now released 1,000 more. So if you didn't already think it's going to be tough enough, the Chronicle are reporting that there's an interest of around 30,000 Geordies trying to get a ticket. So straight away, the odds aren't really in your favour if you're trying to get one. They go on sale at 10 a.m. next Tuesday, the 28th of June. But just to add to that, to get or to be eligible for getting a season ticket, you have to have either A, bought a season ticket, B, bought a single match ticket, or C, or are a NUFC member since 2019. So if you have bought a season ticket, bought a single match ticket, or bought a NUFC membership between 2019 and now, you are able to get a season ticket. A caveat to that is, it's one season ticket per person. So if you've bought a season ticket already, you can't get another one. It's one ticket per supporter number. Again, this has caused a lot of fuss online because, first of all, again, I mean, I buy tickets for my friends all the time. I can see them sitting out there in the sun. We've gone to loads of games together. I've bought extra tickets on their behalf to come along to the games. They don't have supporter numbers. I bought them in my name so that they could come. So they have had a ticket in the last season, 2 seasons, 3 seasons. I've been buying them for years. I always get the cup game tickets and try and get a big long row in the Millburn. So they've been avid supporters. They can't get a season ticket because the tickets were in my name. And I've seen dads online saying they wanted to get one for their daughter that they've been bringing for years but can't now because they don't have a supporter number. I've seen people say it's not fair because they're a fan who can't get one. I've seen people who are upset that they've basically favoured people who really, in theory, dropped their season ticket when Ashley was here and didn't stand by the club. So there's a lot of that, and I'm not really going to say what's right or wrong. It's tough. It was a very tough one for the club on how to do this, especially when there's 1,000 tickets. A part of me wonders why they bothered, to be honest, because it's 1,000 tickets. Just put them on general sale for the match, put them in a lottery, do something, because it's not many tickets for the amount of people who are interested. So you can let me know your thoughts on the season ticket situation down below. Who knows, maybe we'll see Nick Pope and Net when we get back. And again, the friendlies, the first one against Atalanta on the 29th of July on the Friday night, and then the one the day later against Athletic Bilbao on the 30th on the Saturday. The tickets for those games go on sale on Tuesday the 5th of July. So we have the season tickets go on sale next Tuesday, and then the tickets for the pre-season friendlies go on tickets the following Tuesday. So there is a lot of stuff going on Tuesdays, so be sure to keep an eye out. Alright guys, I hope you have enjoyed the video. If you have, be sure to drop a like and subscribe down below. Fingers crossed I could be back at the end of this week to announce our second signing of the season. Obviously the first one being Matty Target, hopefully the second one being Nick Pope. And again, we will continue to wait on the news of, and I'm not even going to name them in this video, Sven Botman and Hugo Ekitike. We will wait to see what happens with them two. There's still a lot coming out on them two. Mostly good. I'm just hoping that we can get those deals sorted soon as well. Alright guys, thanks for watching as always. Again, subscribe. Do not miss a video. I am on the daily upload at the moment over in Spain. Take a 5-minute break from the beers to come on and talk about Newcastle. Again, I've got a couple of videos planned over the next few days, and a couple of good ones for the weekend as well. I won't give any spoilers, but be sure to subscribe and do not miss a video. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.